This is HR of Bad Brains and Human Rights. You're listening to the Tapping Out Show with Jeremy and Matt.
Welcome back to the Tapping Out Show. My name is Jeremy. I'm with Matt. We're live on Zoom, and we're actually going to do the new installment of the Deftones and Belching Beaver. This is OHMS. It's actually for the OHMS album that came out earlier last year. It's a 5.5, and Matt's going to give you a little bit more about the beer because it's a little bit different than the usual Belching Beaver beers.
Yeah, so we have reviewed all the Deftones Belching Beaver collaborations. This one's actually a pale ale. Most of them have been IPAs, which we like a lot, especially me. This one is a pale ale. It's got 3 different kind of hops, which I can't remember that off the top of my head. It's really good. I actually tried it at the brewery when I picked this crowler up the other day.
So Matt did pour his crowler. I'm going to go ahead and pour this from the can. You guys can see it. It's a nice, golden crispy color. It's got a pretty decent head on it. It's got some nice bubbles. It's hoppy. It smells good. It's definitely a decent pale ale. It's not nearly as strong as, say, like a regular Belching Beaver IPA, but I mean, you're not trying to go, in your face kind of hops. I love the color. I love the actual carbonation on it too.
Smells like candy. Tastes like you can almost smell the hops in there. Not overpowering. 5.5 alcohol. So should be a pretty nice ride.
All right, man. Ready? Cheers.
Salud.
That's good.
So I know you're not a IPA lover, but I know the pale ale is probably a little bit more up your alley. I'm an old school pale ale drinker before IPAs came on the scene, so I'm a big fan. Super smooth, good flavor. Probably one of my favorites, I would say.
It kind of reminds me of the old school pale ales from back in the day. You know what I mean? Like it kind of has that crisp taste to it. It's clean. Like even looking through it, I mean, you can see through the beer. I mean, you wouldn't tell this.
Smooth, good flavor, and all lower on the alcohol spectrum, so it's good for easy drinking. I could see myself pounding a bunch of these at the river or by the pool, without getting in too much trouble.
No, I totally agree. Just the taste alone. I mean, I only got a 4-pack because that's all they were selling, but not that it was easy to get the 4-packs, by the way. But it's good. I mean, it's not my favorite of the Deftones Belching Beaver collabs. I'm going to be honest with you on that one, but I mean, it's still good.
We still argue about what our favorite one is. I still don't even know what my favorite one is because I haven't had some.
I was going to say, you mean our favorite couple? Because I have like my 2 that I like the most. You have like a handful that you like the most, so it's a little different.
I mean, I would just have to say Phantom Bride's my personal favorite just because I can grab one at the local 7-Eleven and it's never done me wrong.
Mine was Swerve City and Good Morning Beautiful. So
yeah,
but those are more my kind of beers. So I mean, that's probably the reason for it. I don't know, man. 1 out of 5, 5 being the best. What would you give it?
I would give this a 4 out of 5. This is an awesome pale ale. I would drink the shit out of this beer. It's really good.
So I'm probably gonna go about 4.25 out of 5. Okay. I mean, it's a good beer. I'd like to give it a good rating. Is it my favorite one out of their collabs? No, but again, I mean, you can only get struck lightning so many times until. And again, it's not a horrible beer. I mean, it's a really good beer. I'm just not going to give it a 5 out of 5 like we did for probably all of them.
Yeah, when I first drank it off the tap, it was really smooth. Where I was like, "Wow, it didn't even taste like I drank a beer." You know?
Do you think it tastes different now, the crowler?
I think definitely. I don't know. When I first had it, I could have swore it was more even smooth, like a traditional pale ale. Than the second time I drank it, that's when the hops really hit me. But I think I was probably looking for flavor the first time I drank it, expecting more like an IPA or like the typical ones. but it was just kind of smooth. It's almost like you pounded a Pabst or some kind of Pilsner or something. Just
Well,
really
I was going to
smooth.
say it has a very Pilsnery even look to it. I mean, it's very light color, light taste. It's still hoppy. I mean, there's
Light
nothing,
alcohol, yeah.
but as for, we made the joke before, this is what Budweiser should taste like. I mean, oops, did I say that? Did I say the word out?
Sure.
Did I say the B
This
word?
would sound like a pale ale should be these days,
No, agreed.
Which are good.
But I mean, at the same time, it's like, it's still enjoyable to drink. Like, I mean, we've only been talking for a few minutes and it's already, halfway through. So it's not that bad. But besides that, anyways, we're going to finish these out. We love Deftones. We love Belching Beaver. We've been honored enough to at least do all of them that they've came out with so far. If you guys
definitely check out the new Deftones album if you haven't checked it out. Me and Jeremy have been listening to the hell out of it for the last couple months. Definitely listen to the new album and find this beer somehow and try it.
And he did mean find it because it's not easy to find. Besides that, we're going to finish these out. If you guys want to hit us up, it's going to be info@tappingoutshow.com. That's our email. And then if you want to Google us or anything like that, just Tapping Out Show, all one word. You guys have a good night. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's a good beer.